Hello, it's good to have you here. I made this low back maxi dress inspired by this picture I saw on Pinterest. I like the fact that I was able to work with less than 2 yards of fabric but still got the maxi dress / rich auntie feel. How I made it is what I'll be showing you today, so let's get started. I divided my fabric into 2 and folded each piece into 2 again. So I have 4 layers altogether. This fold will be the width of my dress. I'm going to cut it the way we cut off shoulder with freehand, okay? I measured 5 inches up like this. Some people use 6 inches, but you can use between 4 and 5. It's up to you, honestly. Then measure your armhole point. And at this point, you mark the bust measurement. So you can increase the measurements by 1 to 2 inches to avoid a tight armhole after sewing. And then you measure your desired length. Usually the next thing to do would be to mark half of your chest width. But because I want a bit of gathers at the neckline, I marked 9 inches instead. Alright, so the next thing is to mark your bust circumference divided by 4. My bust is 36 inches, so that divided by 4 is 9. And I added 2 inches more for extra allowance because this dress will not have a zip. Connect from the neckline to the bust with a slant line. You can carve out an armhole if you want, but I wanted it to be all covered at the side. Hence, I'm doing it this way since I won't be sewing sleeves. You can lower the neck at the center front if you want. Mark 1 inch down here and connect to this point. Go lower if you like. It's a simple dress. No, nothing serious is happening here. From here, blend into the side of the fabric. After this, you cut the side and the part that you lowered at the center front. Now, I'll separate the pieces to lower the back. Remember that we're cutting and sewing a low back maxi dress. I'm trying to ensure that everything is aligned here so there won't be any mistakes. So I came down by 5 inches and cut it out. I decided to lower it further because the first one looked higher than what I wanted. For the pocket, I folded the fabric into 2 and placed my hand on the folded fabric. If you notice, I spread my fingers out a little. This will allow my hand to fit into the pocket perfectly and the things I want to put in it. I folded again to cut the other side. After that, I cut this tiny strip of fabric that I'll use to turn the armhole here. I just eyeballed 1 inch and cut. You can't see this armhole here because of the neckline's wideness. I placed the strip on the armhole right sides together, stitched, then turned the raw edge of the armhole. And I will do the same thing on the other side and also for the back. I have finished the armhole for the front and the back of the maxi dress. So I cut a 2 inch wide fabric long enough to sew around the neck. After that, I will attach the strip to the neckline, sew, then turn inside and stitch them down to make the neck casing for the front and the back. So I have finished sewing the casing for the front and the back. I ironed it well, so it's flat and neat. Now, I'll attach the pocket. I measured the 5 inches up again. Then I measured 19 inches down from there. And this is where I placed the pocket. Usually, pockets are sewn 3 to 4 inches below the waist length. My shoulder to waist is 15 plus 4 equals 19. So I marked that. At the point marked, I pinned the first pocket piece this way. Then the pocket was stitched down by less than half an inch. just a tiny stitch. I grabbed the back, marked the same point, pinned to the back piece and stitched, and I repeated the same on the other side. After that, I ironed the pocket out towards this direction. This is the front of the gown. I'll put the back over it, pin the sides together, pin through the pockets, and then the rest of the garment. So this is the armhole area. I should have slightly shaped and lowered it like I said earlier, but this will still work. I'll lower it if it ends up being too tight though. So with half an inch allowance down through the pocket and then to the hem. So I have sewn both sides, the pockets and everything. And now I cut these strips of fabric. It's 1.5 inches wide and I think it's 60 inches long. I didn't measure it when I was cutting. So I cut 2 of the strips. I folded and stitched them to create these loops, which I will pass through the casing I made at the neckline earlier. I ironed the loops before passing them. When you're done, hem your dress and you can switch up the look. It depends on how you want to style it. I tried a halterneck, spaghetti and ruched neck look. You can tie yours however you like. The ropes make the neckline of this maxi dress versatile. Please like and subscribe and check out the videos showing on your screen for more. Thanks for watching.